Hey guys, Keki here. Welcome to another Should You Fap To. This time what's it called? We're playing My Valentine as a Femboy. It was created by Ali Boy for $1 on Steam. It is part of his Femboy series, unlike his Fuinari series that is commonly known. So yeah, let's get into it. As always, you enter your name, and it's one of the ones with branching paths. Coffee, the grossest drink in the world. Why do I even still drink this stuff? All of it just reminds me of her. Why did she leave me? Why wasn't I good enough? Was my dick not big enough? It was because I wasn't man enough. I mean, she sure bought it up. A lot, among other things. I let out a big sigh and took another sip, scolding myself. A day before Valentine's Day, and I was single again. Drinking coffee. I just can't seem to keep a girl. That's if I can find one to begin with. I took another sip, staring off into the distance, wallowing in self-pity. Suddenly a firm yet petite frame knocked into me, making me spill a near full cup of coffee onto my crotch. In apology, they tried taking off my pants to get me cleaned. It was scalding hot, and quickly seeping in through my underpants, stinging the hell out of my bits. I jumped to my feet, desperate to flee from the fire raging in my pants, but it was in vain. My face strained as I turned to scold my perpetrator in retaliation, but my dick was already scalded. I was met with the cutest girl I've ever seen, a furrowed brow and suggesting remorse. Then suddenly I noticed the Adam's apple. Her adorable face was welcome sight that helped soothe the pain. Aw shit, they had the Astolfo jacket. I'm so sorry. She reached out and placed her hand right on my shoulder, emphasizing with my disposition. I fought back against the tremendous discomfort to reach for a friendly smile. It's okay. Tears were quickly reforming in the corners of my eyes. It's not that bad. My penis was in agony. It was scalding, third-degree burns. Are you sure? Her gaze drifted in my nether regions in concern. I nodded politely. Mm-hmm. We're so horny we don't care that you just burned my balls. Oh dear, I hope I didn't damage anything. Oh, no, it is damaged. I chuckled worried. I don't think so. My dick was pretty small to begin with. Hang on. The cute stranger hurried to the nearest waiter, whom quickly retrieved the bag of ice and handed it to her. She darted her way back to me. Sit down and try this. Oh, can you apply it for me? I took a seat and placed the bag of ice on my crotch. The tense muscles in my face eased up, as the coldness provided instant relief from the remainder of the discomfort. The stranger pulled out a seat and sat down across from me. Better? Oh yeah. Good. The last thing I want is ruining a cute guy's future prospects. I blushed and replied with a chuckle. She reached her delicate hand over the table. I'm Asha. I reached back and felt my cock twitch as my hand made contact with hers. Still not a girl. It was soft, much softer than my ex-girlfriend's, and her fingers wrapped gently around my palm in every flattering way. Keki, nice to meet you. Yeah, you too. How's the sack? I'm sure it'll be fine. It just burned my cock. It was actually more I meant the sack of ice. Oh, right. Yeah, no, not you weren't talking about my dick and balls. Sorry. Yeah, it's still good. Let me know if it's melting so I can get you another one. Thanks, though. I think I'll be fine after this. If I had to choose between the banana or nuts, I'd go banana. What the fuck? Dude, that's just so random. I mean, if you can only save one or the other. Yeah, haha. Yeah, me too. But I think we're good now. Uh-huh. Okie dokie. It comes with a lot of responsibility, I guess. I know, right? Especially when you think about with the little head. I burst out laughing. Aisha was shameless, but an innocent sort of way. There is nothing innocent about this entire conversation. You guys are talking about dick and balls inside a coffee shop. You have no idea. Oh, I have some idea. She winked at me. Boyfriends? Wink, slight smirking face. Guess again. Casual hookups? I mean, I don't see a ring on your finger. Nope, I'm single. And I'm looking at your cock. You think I'm a girl too, don't you? Wait, aren't you? No, they're wearing the Astolfo jacket in cosplay set. Of course they're not a girl. A pretty face, yes, but I seem to have overlooked the flat chest. It was hard to tell with that baggy shirt. And some of the hottest girls are flat-chested. How am I supposed to know? I mean, they usually have some form of breast, right? You're a... I got some responsibility myself. I blushed and felt gutted. Not only for assuming he was a girl, but for being so attracted to him. I was confused and unsure whether or not to adjust my feelings and expectations. I hope there's not a problem. I mean, I think you're cute, and I felt like we were hitting it off, to be honest. I hope I didn't get ahead of myself. I just assumed you were single because you're sitting alone at a coffee place a day before Valentine's. I mean, it's not Valentine's itself, right? Yeah, we sort of are. I'm single. We just broke up. I just haven't ever. I was at a loss for words. The depression started skewing in. And I knew I was fucked. Well, do you want to see where this goes? I saw Aisha pushing his right hand across the table quietly. Yeah, I'm pretty desperate, and a loser in fact too. Maybe it's only fact that I'm gonna end up with the dude. All I knew was I found him very attractive and charming, to be honest. I slowly reached my left hand across the table towards his, and when I was about an inch away, he reached out and some more and took my hand. He stroked my palm with his delicate thumb. We smiled at each other, and I felt butterflies in my tummy. I was slowly becoming more at ease with exploring this unknown side of me. Aisha ordered me a cup of coffee, and we enjoyed a lovely chat, finding that we had so much in common. Nature, gaming, literature, comics, anime. He was even fluent in Japanese, as every weeb is, saying that he had been reading a lot of subtitles throughout his entire life. Same, that's how I learned Japanese too. He was a successful artist and very cultured. He was kind, sharing, and actually took an interest in me. He was everything my ex wasn't. Best of all, he laughed at the notion of not being manly enough. To him, I was perfect as is, until he saw how small my cock was. Aisha was a breath of fresh air, and I felt incredibly comfortable around him. For the first time in my life, I felt like I could be myself, devoid of scorn. We really did hit it off, and before parting, he insisted on buying me a fresh pair of pants and underwear. I took my soiled clothes back home with him to wash, and we exchanged numbers and agreed to spend Valentine's Day together. I was over the moon. So he's kept on wearing the coffee pants throughout the entire day, and we just sat through an entire date with it? Damn. We are down bad. I could barely contain my excitement that evening, chatting with Aisha, so my eyelids became too heavy to keep open up anymore. I fell asleep with my cell phone in my hand. The next day, I met Aisha at the park for a picnic, and he had planned out for us. All I had to bring was a cute smile. Ooh, there's no way we ooh-wooed. Dude, weren't we straight before this? Why are we ooh-wooing? I got to the park with expectations of having to wait. My ex always made me wait. But as I arrived, I took out my phone. Aisha snuck up behind me and covered my eyes with his delicate hands. Guess who? And this is where you say your ex's name. The Pope? Aisha burst out laughing at my Reddit humor, and I joined with him, a broad smirk and a light chuckle as I turned around. Don't be silly. He gave me a bump on the shoulder, and despite his delicate arms, he wasn't exactly weak. Aisha embraced me, wrapping around his arms and holding him firm for a few seconds. I could smell his sweat perfume. His sexy body pressed up so tightly against mine made my blink twitch. Happy Valentine's Day. He planted a kiss on my cheek as he let go. Happy Valentine's Day. So are you ready for a fun day? Aisha picked up a basket beside him and offered me his right hand. I reached back with my left hand, and he took me for a slow, quite romantic stroll throughout the park. He told me about his day and asked me about mine. Aisha was full of jokes and energy. The date was off to a perfect start. We found a quiet spot. Quiet spot and Aisha laid out a nice thick blanket for us. He waited for me to sit down before taking a seat right next to me. We're gonna fuck in this park, aren't we? He offered me a juice of my choice. What flavor you like? I mean, it has to be orange. With the orange, I could tell that he went through a lot of trouble. I was curious on what else he had in the basket and tried to take a peek. Hey! He quickly slapped my hand away. I don't know why, but it was aroused me. I almost felt like taunting him some more. Don't spoil the surprise, mister. Okay, heh. I enjoyed the beauty of nature and started out with a small talk at first. The deep philosophical matters at the time went on. And throughout my entire mind, I think he created a dick, what's it called? A chocolate dick for us on the Valentine's Day. Aisha was clearly very intelligent and creative. There was no end to our conversation, and he always kept the ball rolling. After half an hour or so, he offered me a snack. Would you like a snack? What the fuck? Dude, who suggests their own snacks when they ask that question? No wonder why we're single. I mean, I think we have to go with bananas and nuts. I went with bananas and nuts. It was delicious. Maybe it was because of all the love that went into it. Or maybe I was just a little hungry. After some more conversation and jokes, Aisha mentioned that he brought a surprise. Let's play a game, you get to choose. How the fuck are you playing? Oh. Like, they brought 2 decks of Magic the Gathering to a picnic? On Valentine's Day? I could see why we're both single. Pokemon. Pick Pokemon excitedly. I can't remember the last time I had this much fun. After the fun and games were done, Aisha got out his tablet, and I got to pick an anime. You guys are watching anime in the park? I got out a small pill for myself, and when I objected, he spread his arms and invited me to the rest of my head on his shoulder. I hesitated at first. No need to be shy. I don't know. Shouldn't you be the one to lie in my arms? I don't mind either way. I mean, we're already at bottom at this point. I mean, might as well lie in Aisha's arms. You know, why not? And you're not allowed to doze off as long as you don't snore. Heh. Felt so nice, and I even started stroking my arm gently as we binge-watched 3 whole episodes. I did almost doze off. Was the anime that boring? What were you watching? Demon Slayer? As the sun started setting on my amazing day, I almost didn't want it to end. Gosh, it's already sunset. Time really flies when you're having fun. Aisha smiled at me sweetly. In a moment of silence, we locked eyes. He leaned, placed into his right hand on my cheek, and leaned in slowly. Our eyes closed and our lips locked in a moment of romance, unlike I had experienced before. His lips were so soft, and Aisha was gentle with me. Our arms wrapped around each other, and the innocent kiss soon turned into a passionate embrace with a lot of tongue. He had 2 tongues, apparently. His tongue was so playful, and I could tell how much he was into me. He treated me like in such a way that I felt like I was the only person in the universe. His hands explored my body and invited mine to reciprocate. He kissed my cheeks and neck, and he would nibble on my earlobe every so often. We made out like lovers. When we finally came back to our senses, and before clothing started coming off, it was already dark out. We're fucking outside. That was nice. You're a very good kisser, you know. Not bad yourself. Can I invite you back to my place for coffee? Coffee sounds nice after it scalded my balls. Dude, there's actually so much background. Did I mention he had a badass car? Porsche, very fast, and he knew how to use it. We sped into the night, and it felt like I was going to wet as the engine roared. Apparently track days were one of his many hobbies, and he invited me into one. He offered to teach me. How could I say no? Dude, Aisha is practically the man in the relationship at this point. Aisha sure was a strange breed. He was take charge, while at the same time he was being all cute and delicate. He was clumsy and in all the right ways, extremely capable at the same time. I was smitten head over heels, and I was being groomed. When we arrived at his place, he opened the door for me just like he had when I got in. And once I got out, he embraced me once more, and his playful tongue given riz to urges deep inside. At that point, I knew I was his. He took me by his hand and guided me to the elevator. Some more kisses before we arrived at the top floor. Aisha's actually a millionaire too. They liked anime. Once inside, I was taken by the decor, as if it was by the same people as my, what's it called? As any other series of the Alley Boy. All the toys he had around, Aisha owned each and every game console ever made. And his PC looked like an alien mothership. It's like Aisha was the perfect person in the entire world. He had a large glass cabinet full of collectibles on display. He had some badass guitars hanging on the walls. He has every single hobby, so that way we know that, what's it called? That he's rich as fuck. Memorabilia, mostly anime, scattered all about in an orderly way, of course. Had died and gone to heaven. This Femboy is a billionaire. Would you like something to drink? I thought you were making coffee. Aisha didn't say a word, but the naughty expression on his face spoke volumes. How about some water, then? Sparkling, please. I was teasing, but of course, he had some hand in his massive fridge. Sparkling water tastes nasty. I don't know why people drink that. Oh shit, what? I completely forgot about your pants. Let me quickly put it in the washing machine for you. She takes off with my pants, and when inside the laundry room, I hear a bunch of sniffing sounds. Yes? Come over here, I want to show you something. Went down the hall and find him in the bathroom. He then gets stuck in the washing machine. Yes. Get your butt over here. I took a few steps closer. Oh shit, sexy scene? Come on, hop on. I'm patting the top of the washing machine. What? Just trust me, it's a lot of fun. I hopped onto the washing machine, sitting on top of it curiously. Okay, ready? Uh-huh. Switched the washing machine on and started chugging along with great force. Just let go, relax your muscles, and don't fight the sensation. Dude, why does it sound like he's raping us? So yeah, that was My Valentine's is a Femboy. And all honesty, that was, it's a pretty decent amount. The lore, what's the chance of a rich, horny, single femboy that's into every single thing that you're into walks up to you on the street and then starts asking you to fuck them? And also, we got our penis scalded at the beginning, so that's a bit concerning. And also, apparently, we had a small cock, but then like Aisha seemed to not hate it, so like there's some indiscriminate things over there. Overall, it's your average Alley Boy series. The art is obviously reused. They love using that broken dick art model, which they use in older games. The storyline and the branching paths wasn't really branching paths at all. It honestly felt like they were just too lazy to write us different separate things, so they just copy and pasted they just switched the pronouns. So yeah, that's about it. Overall, I enjoyed playing it just because I like reading these things because they're funny. As for something you would jerk off to, I would not recommend it. It's just better just to go to like regular Pixiv or go on Twitter or X, depending on what you call it, and just looking up hentai there, or in hentai.net. It's not going to be better than those, but I just love reading these things. Also, I learned something pretty cool is that MasterCard and Visa have Trump just passed legislation that's basically saving hentai games. So like that's pretty cool. Saving they're saving hentai games, so I'm obviously hyped about that. I just wanted to mention that because I just watched I just saw like a post about it. So I hope you guys all have a nice day, and yeah, bye.